Hey everybody, and welcome back to the MindCatchers channel. Today I'm going to talk about brushes, my favorite makeup brushes, okay? The first set I ever bought myself that was actually an expensive set that was very durable. I heard lots of reviews on it and everything. It was the Sigma Classic set. And there are 12 brushes, and this is the set. And not every one of these 12 I really like, but I'm going to share with you guys the brushes, and I'm going to tell you the ones that I really like or really have learned to love. Again, this is the classic set, and it comes in black with the silver writing here, and it has the name Sigma and each brush name and brush number. Really love this set, okay? This is my favorite brush of the entire set. This is the F30 large powder brush, and of course Sigma has come out with so many beautiful brushes since I bought this set. This set is at least 3 years old. I'll link the video below where I initially unboxed this set and did a haul video. I believe that was 3 years ago, and as you can see, nothing's falling apart. I never had to glue anything. This has been an extremely durable, great set. I've had it forever. I've taken this out of town. I've taken this set to you know, like makeup shows, fashion shows that I was working at. I've taken it to weddings. Love this set, but this particular brush is my favorite in the set, okay? And I just use that to powder all over. Sometimes I use it for blush and everything. It's a little big for blush, but I will still pat and blend it in. But I love it for my powder, and I'll use it all over the face, or I'll squish it with my hand like that and use it right here under the eyes with my Buttercup powder from Sasha. So I love this brush. This is my favorite brush from the entire set, okay? The next brush that I don't really get too much use out of because I'm so used to different types of foundation brushes, but this one is their foundation brush, or the dual fiber F50. Okay, looks like that. I know I have a white background, so I'm trying to show you. It has the white at the tip and then the black. I don't really use this one as much because I like a denser foundation brush. To me, this was a little light, and I didn't like the way the bristles drag as you're using it. I really didn't like that. I don't use it much. I've used it on clients a few times, but it's another brush in the set that I love. I use in just about every tutorial is the large shader brush. This is the E60. And especially if you have big eyes. I know I don't have big eyes, but if you have bigger eyes, it's like pat and you're done. It's a very straightforward brush. I was using it in the last tutorial, showing you guys how I use it to sometimes blend in this direction, or just patting the eyeshadow on in that direction. I love this brush. I even do it head on to create like a little bit of a cut crease. It's a very stiff brush. I love this brush, and you can pack a lot of eyeshadow on this brush. This is the foundation brush. This is the F60. It looks like that. I really like this brush. I never used it for foundation. I've always used it to apply under eye concealer and just swipe it on, and then I'll go behind it and blend it in some other way, but I always use it that way, okay? So you don't necessarily have to use the brush exactly the way it's listed on the brush. You don't have to use foundation for foundation. You can use it for anything you want to, okay? Also, another brush I use is the large angle contour brush. This is the F40, and as you can see, it does have that little bit of an angle here. Okay, I used to use this so much. Right up here, right here in the contour area. I used to use this brush so much, but brushes evolve, and I started loving something else. But right now I'm just showing you the Sigma brushes that came with that set. Okay, so that's the F40. Still a great brush. I still use it sometimes for blush. You can get in there good with blushes too. Alrighty. This is the tapered blending. I believe that says E40. Looks like that. All right, and like I said before about ladies with bigger eyes, this is a great blending brush to get in there. If you have a larger eye and you have a lot of crease space and stuff, you can really get in there. I have hooded eyes, not much crease space, so I haven't used this one too much for that. But when I want to get under the eye with powder and things like that, I will use it that way. Again, a great brush. Always remember, you don't have to use the brushes the way they say. The next brush from the Sigma set is the E65 brush. That's an angled brush. Just started to get some use out of this one, using it for eyeliner. I also use it underneath the eye right here on the lash line to really blend out and get into those lashes very well. So I started learning to use this. I didn't really know what to do with it at first. I even use it for my eyebrows when I can't find my favorite eyebrow brush. But love that brush too. This brush is the medium angled shading brush. This is the E70. It does have a little bit of an angle. It's a little soft, kind of a blending angle brush. I always use this for my brow bone. You guys always see me reach for this brush. I always use this one. I don't think I use anything else but this one, okay? So that's the E70. I love the way it gets right there in the crook of the brow bone, and then I can still turn it the other way and blend back and forth in the transition area if I don't want to find my blending brush at the time, or I drop it or something. I'll just use this brush 2 or 3 times for 2 or 3 different eyeshadows sometimes. Very good brush. This brush is the pencil brush. This is the E30. Love this brush. Let me put it down here so you can really see it. Little pointy brush. It's very soft though at the tip, and I always use that for inner corner. I also use that for blending out eyeshadow at the bottom lash line. I love this brush. Always get a lot of use out of this one. This one here is the eye shading brush. This is the E55. You guys see me use this one a lot too to pack color onto the brush. It's very dense. It's very, the bristles are very short. It's perfect for eyeshadow. As a matter of fact, I used it today for this particular eyeshadow look. I really like this one too. E55, okay? Especially those of us with smaller eyelid space. This is perfect. And the last one in this particular set is the concealer brush, the F70. And you see how tiny that is? I never looked at that as a concealer brush. What I've been using it for is to put cream product on some people's eyes, like bases. The NYX white pencil, I'll just use it for that. Or the, you know, the paint pots or the color tattoos. That's what I use it for, especially on clients. That's what I use it for. Okay, my all-time favorite eyebrow brush has always been my Aura brush. It's A-U-R-A. The lettering and everything has wiped off of this brush, a little brown brush. I absolutely love this little angled stiff brush. It really gets the perfect line. But I knew I had to find something else because I use it so much. The bristles started to fray a bit, and I couldn't continue to use it because if I see something out of line with my eyebrows, I'm just like losing my mind. I'll sit there for an hour trying to fix it. So while I was at Ulta, the lady was showing me the Dip Brow Pomade, and she showed me the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. This is number 12. It has a spoolie on the end. And then it has a brush on the other end, an angled brush. And this has quickly become my second favorite. I'm still using this, but this has become my second favorite. It is so stiff and so perfect for eyebrows, okay? And for filling in eyebrows very lightly, just dipping into that pomade and filling in those little streaks. Beautiful brush for that, okay? So again, that's the number 12 Anastasia Beverly Hills brush. For glitter, I was so sick and tired of ruining my brushes trying to put glitter and glitter glue or either eyelash glue. So I was just so pleased when Sasha Cosmetics allowed me to try their glitter brush. So this is my go-to brush for glitter. You dip it right into that glitter. It sticks to there. I'm not quite sure what type of, I'm assuming this is some sort of silicone material, but the glitter sticks right there. Pigments stick right onto here, and you can just pat and everything goes where it's supposed to go, and you do not ruin the bristles of your brushes. So I'm in love with this brush for glitter. This little tiny brush right here is just so fantastic. This is the e.l.f. concealer brush, and you guys know you can find this for $1 in Target, anywhere that sells e.l.f. products. Guys, this brush is amazing. I never use it for concealing. Of course, it's so tiny, but I have used it for the inner corner of my eye. I've used it underneath my eye. I've used it for lipstick to really get your line perfect on those lips. I've used it. And also in the nail community, a lot of ladies who do nails use this brush to apply their oil in the cuticle area. They also use it to, you know, because it really gets down into the beds of the nails. They use it for the oil, and it's something else they use it for. They use it to wipe away the, you know, when you make a mistake with your nail polish and you get a little nail polish on your skin, they use it for that as well. And I was surprised because I do follow a lot of people that do nails on the blogs as well as YouTube, and this brush came up a lot. So ladies who are into their nails, who want to be able to push down those cuticles and get into the beds of the nails really good with that oil, get you a few of these brushes. They do say once you use the acrylic, not acrylic, the nail polish remover, the acetone and everything, it breaks down the brush a little bit faster than we would use it for makeup. However, for $1 you can replace these so quickly. So that's the e.l.f. concealer brush. You can use it for everything. Get you one, okay? Speaking of e.l.f., I also am in love with the powder brush. If you don't have this powder brush, where have you been? This is the brush to have. This was my first foundation brush. I stipple, I blend. It gives you a seamless foundation blend, okay? I love this brush. But as time went on and I learned that you know, the density of the brushes really matter. Sometimes you can use too much foundation because your foundation gets sucked down into these bristles. Maybe it's a better idea to use a brush more like the flat foundation brushes and things like that. So I kind of stepped away from the powder brush for a little while, but this is still my top choice. I have at least 7 of these. I still use these a lot, especially in my kit. I love these brushes. Fan brushes. I've only tried one type of fan brush, and I know it's extremely huge. You can almost fan yourself with this one. This one is from Coastal Scents, and this is the N36. It says BRC N36, and I've been able to just tap into my bronzer or my highlighter and just tap my cheek right there, and I'm good. But a person who may not know how to do, you don't want to apply too much, maybe you might want to go with a thinner brush. I haven't been back on the Coastal Scents website to see if they have a smaller version of this, but if you're looking for a fan brush, that's where I got it from, and it's super affordable, okay? And I love the Coastal Scents brushes. Let me show you a few more of them that I absolutely adore. Have several of them. This is also the Coastal Scents brush. This is one of their blending brushes. Looks like that, and it is an exact dupe, in my opinion, for the MAC 217, and that's the 217. Side by side, you couldn't tell them apart except for the name that's written on the brush itself, but it is a fantastic brush for the price. I really like blending brushes that are a little bit more flattened out so that I can twist, you know, turn them up this way and really get into my make-believe crease. Ladies with those hooded eyelids, again, if you're looking for a blending brush that's not all over the place, that's too big for your little eyes, these brushes, the MAC 217, the Coastal Scents brush, this is the 250, which is an exact dupe in my opinion. Get you one of these brushes. Get you several of them. You're going to need them. I get about 4 of these brushes because we use the blending brushes so much. You're going to wear them down pretty quickly. I haven't had any problems with my Coastal Scents brush. The 250, no problems, no shedding. Love the brush. One of my new favorite brushes for foundation has quickly become my Real Techniques. This one is the buffing brush. Yeah, the buffing brush. Love this brush. The lady in Ulta really talked me into the brush. She was using a similar brush on my face, and she said, I told her I loved the brush she was using. It was super soft. She said, I know where you could get a brush just like that, and it's much softer and it's much more affordable. And she pointed me in the direction of Real Techniques. And we all know Pixie Woo here on YouTube. If you don't, you need to subscribe to Pixie Woo. But this is their brand of brushes. Every one of these brushes are absolutely dynamite. Love these brushes. This brush really blends out and is so super soft. You don't feel like you're scraping your skin. It's just, and it buffs out so beautifully. Your foundation looks so flawless after you use this brush, okay? So go ahead and try that out. I believe it came in a set of 4 brushes for about, don't make me lie, maybe about between $10 and $15. So it was a very good buy, very affordable. Love that. That's the buffing brush. Another brush from that line that I love is the multitasking brush. I use that for blush. It is the perfect size to get right there in the cheek with the blush. I really, really like this one, the multitasking brush. Okay, and it's super soft as well. And as you guys see, I'm trying to get a little faster. Don't want it to be too long. Another brush that I love from that line, shadow brush. This is also from the Real Techniques line. Kind of puts me in the mind of a blending brush, but it's shorter. And I just like it. I like it for the outer corner. I also like to blend out my concealer that I use on my eyebrows. I like to get close and blend that out because you don't want like that halo around your eyebrows showing that your concealer and your foundation is 2 different colors. So I really like that brush for that as well. Alright guys, for intricate detail and liners, I really like the Delium Tool 706. This brush, I did a quick review on it. It's so teeny tiny. If you really want to make your wing beautiful, flawless, this is the brush. Now I know we kind of go through the wings or the wing liner very quickly, and you know most people are just like zip zip and it's done. But if you're a person that really pays attention to detail, or you want to draw little details on your face, Delium Tools have brushes for that. They are truly an artistic lover's dream. So go ahead over to Delium Tools and check them out. I do have another Delium Tools brush that I really like too. This is the 944, and their brushes are so gorgeous. Not only is it black, but it's a shiny black brush. I just love packaging. Beautiful brush. And you see it has that tapered end. It gets in perfectly right in there, right around here. I love this brush. Okay, and I like to keep it so clean and so nice. And I hate to use it because it's so pretty to me. I don't know. I like that. So last but definitely not least, I'm going to bring us back old school. I'm going to go to Mary Kay. I love this crease brush from Mary Kay. It has like a little bit of a taperedness to it. It kind of reminds me of the Delium Tools brush. It's just like that brush, but smaller. It's just like it. But it gets in perfectly right here in that outer corner, and you can just sweep over into the crease so perfectly. So if you have I don't know if you have a Mary Kay consultant that you know, maybe on your job somewhere, see if you could get yourself this brush. I mean, it's stiff, but it's not too stiff. It's just perfect for the crease. I don't know how else I can explain it. It really keeps the color in check. It's not going to be all over the eye. It's going to be right where you put it. I love this brush for that. So that is about it. I do have a few honorable mentions. I do have a Sedona Lace brush. This is the Sedona Lace 217. I absolutely love this brush too. For contour right around the head area, right in here. I actually use it with my CoverGirl bronzer to go back over that area. Sometimes I've even used it for powder under the eye. So I use the brush for a little bit of everything. I like that brush. I also use this Sedona lace brush. This is the 847. This particular Sedona lace brush really gets into my nose area very well. I have a little wide nose, and sometimes when I get in there, you know, I need a little bit of a bigger brush, you know what I'm saying, to get in there. But it's a nice brush. I can go right into my transition area with that, and I love this brush for that. That's the 847. Yeah, the 847. And I like their brushes because they're pink. Look at the bristles. They're pink. Very cute. Okay. That's it. Okay, so, oh, and I forgot to show you guys that this was the top and bottom that the Sigma set came in. You just close it up like this, and it snaps. So all 12 brushes came in that. Yeah, of course I can't get it right because you guys are watching. But anyway, it snaps just like that. It's in a nice little container. Keeps your brushes from getting dusty and dirty. It has the word Sigma across the top. And you guys, like I said, I've had that brush set forever. I would suggest, if you're looking for a very dependable brush that you're not going to have any fallout, you're going to spend a little bit extra, but in the long run, like I said, I've had them for 3 years. The Sigma brushes are excellent. They are excellent. They are indeed my favorite line of brushes. I do feel as though the Coastal Scents brushes, some of them are a very close dupe to the Sigma brushes. So if you're looking for a more affordable brand, until you get to that level where you're feeling like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and spend some money and buy me a very nice brush set, I would say go to Coastal Scents website and find you a few brushes. You would love them. Okay, also my beauty blender, I almost forgot about that. I am in love with my beauty, and I was a person who said I wasn't gonna like the beauty blender. I remember saying that in a few tutorials, that I was not jumping on the beauty blender train, but I'm on it. Choo choo, love it. I use this beauty blender every day. It really saves money on foundation. You will find yourself using less foundation when you're using the beauty blender sponge. So if you're spending, you know, big money on your foundations, and you're just like, oh man, you know, I'm replacing my Becca Cosmetics foundation in about 2 months or so, start using your beauty blender, wet it a bit, and you will see that you can spread it out a whole lot more, and you will use a whole lot less foundation. Also, I love my MAC beauty blender sponge as well, because I can get, well, they have several sponges, but I like this one because I can get right there in the inner corners of the eye perfectly. You can hold it very nicely. But those two particular beauty blenders, I won't be caught without. Okay? So that is it. I know this is a super long video. I'm going to try to edit it down to the best of my ability, but I know better. So I hope you guys enjoy. If there's any questions, leave them below. If you like this type of video, thumbs me up. Let me know what else you want to see next. I'm on a roll today. Cyber kisses. And see you guys in the next one. Bye.